Hey guys, it's Christina. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to this What I Eat in a Day video. I decided, since this What I Eat in a Day video is taking place on what could be possibly the world's most mundane Monday, I would also spill some wisdom I have about some tips on how to eat more plant-based scattered throughout this video, just to make it a little bit more useful. So through some fun circumstances, I happen to have this bag of bagels, and I actually have more bagels than this. I froze about 4 or 5, but I plan on eating these bagels throughout the week. Right now, they're just fresh enough that they don't need to be toasted, which is my favorite. Yesterday, they were like super fresh. I literally picked them up right as they came out of the oven. But I think the sesame bagel is calling my name. I'm just gonna cut it up, put some vegan butter. I don't have vegan cream cheese. And yeah, that's breakfast for today. And maybe this apple. Oh, and these are chocolate chips. I always have to have some type of chocolate element for my sweet tooth that I get during the day. Yeah, bagel time. So my first tip for eating more plant-based is actually not that complicated. And if you are interested in eating plant-based, I'm sure you've actually heard it before. It's to basically eat what you normally eat, but eat it plant-based. So for instance, my favorite breakfast is a bagel and butter, or a bagel and cream cheese, and it just so happens that there's a plethora of vegan butters and vegan cream cheeses that are quite good on the market, and bagels are naturally vegan, so this actually is quite easy for me to do. So this is my lunch for today. It is some chickpea noodle soup that I am bringing to work. Ignore the dull grayish brownish tones. This is so good. It's officially soup season, guys. Yeah, I made this with some carrots, some red onion. I didn't have any celery, so no celery. Chickpeas, spaghetti, and then I did some veggie stock, some no chicken, bouillon paste from Better Than Bouillon, and I added a serrano chili that just perfectly spiced the whole thing. Like, it's the perfect amount of heat. Highly recommend adding some type of chili flake or chili to your soup. It really takes it to the next level. And I season this with poultry seasoning and some smoked paprika, salt, pepper, and there's some garlic in it, of course. And I'm just gonna have a little side of bread. There's nothing special about that. It's just bread. And yeah, it's gonna be an amazing lunch. I'm very excited. It is so rainy out today, so it is going to hit the spot. So that actually brings me to my second tip of the video, and it's basically just don't be afraid to not include meat in your dishes. You saw I made what was essentially chicken noodle soup without chicken. I added chickpeas because I like chickpeas, but you could add anything. And I've noticed that format kind of works for a lot of foods. If there's a food you really like where meat seems like it's at the center of it, more often than not, it's actually all the things like sauces, toppings, broth that are surrounding the meat. That is what's really giving the dish the thing you like. And more often than not, when you take the meat out but you keep everything else more or less the same, it still tastes pretty delicious most of the time. So that's my second tip. Just don't be afraid to take the meat out of things that seem like they need to be centered around meat. So it's literally October 3rd, and I have to wear a beanie in my house because it's so cold. Unfortunately, I already had my soup for lunch, and I couldn't have more soup, but that would be kind of boring. I actually have some leftovers that I am very excited to make, and they're still gonna be good for a nice cozy meal. So this weekend I made something called dahi toast. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I hope I am. It's spelled D-A-H-I and then toast. I got the recipe from Priya Krishna. She has a recipe posted on Bon Appetit. I'll link it down below, and I had it this weekend. It was very delicious. It's not originally a vegan recipe. I made it vegan myself, and then kind of changed it up with the stuff that I had in my pantry. But it's essentially like a grilled cheese, except there's no cheese, it's yogurt on the inside. And since I'm veganizing it, what I actually did is I did kind of like a blended tofu mixture. So I did some like blended tofu, some lemon juice, chili powder, red onion, cilantro, as the mixture. And then, yeah, you just spread it on bread and grill it like a grilled cheese. And then it gets served with this mango chutney. Not mango, oh my goodness, I'm just lying to you. Cilantro chutney. And it's so tasty. Again, the recipe will be linked below. But yeah, I'm gonna make that for dinner tonight. Originally, the recipe was also served with a chunk, which is like this tempered, like, spice oil thing, but I'm not gonna make that tonight. I'm too lazy. I did it on Saturday, and it was tasty. That's also gonna be in the recipe below if you are interested in it. But yeah, I can't wait to show it to you. I'm probably gonna serve it just with some like steamed broccoli and call it a night. All right, to the food. So while I assemble my dahi toast, I figured I would share with you my third tip for eating more plant-based, which, no surprise, is also a pretty simple tip, and it is to just not be afraid to try new foods and not be afraid to try other cultures' foods, and to actually actively seek them out. I feel like one of the things I struggled with as being in the USA is I feel like the USA's diet is very meat and dairy heavy, and also being of Italian heritage, which is very cheese heavy, that it felt like it was hard to get an authentic meal veganized, which it definitely is, by the way. Don't count that out. You can do that. But there's also many other cultures out there that aren't so cheese-based and aren't so meat-based. And it's a lot easier to eat and try recipes out without kind of making a quote-unquote sacrifices to make them vegan. And they're delicious. You get to try new foods. You get to try new flavors. You get to try new cooking techniques, and yeah, it's all stuff that goes into that big old brain sponge of yours and sticks in there, and you can use it for other recipes that you create or modify. So that's my third tip. It's so good. The chutney makes it. Oh my god. The chutney's like sweet and then it's spicy, and then the mixture inside's creamy. It has everything you could want in a sandwich. It is so tasty. My camera can't pick up the definition that well, but just know it is quite tasty. And there you have it, guys. That's what I ate today. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing some of my meals and enjoyed the tips. I hope they didn't seem too basic. They were, but I think they're helpful. And sometimes you just need the obvious stuff to be said, and sometimes the obvious stuff really is the most helpful. At least that's what I found out from my own experience. But yeah, if you liked this video, I'd love if you could give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. I'm a new channel. I get so excited when people comment and stuff like that. So yeah, if you have any ideas for a next video or a recipe suggestion or anything like that, I'd love to hear it below. And yeah, I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.